Hello friends, you can see the windmills loaded on the truck. They are passing the port junction. We are stopped by the security to give them a clear passage. So these are the part of NEOM Green Initiative. They will be producing green energy for the facilities of NEOM. So we can see the wind blade is crossing the junction. Yeah, one wind blade has crossed the junction. So they have start arriving here, and now they'll be going for the installation. So the initiative of NEOM is sustainability and green energy. So green energy is different from other conventional sources of energy. Like in Saudi Arabia, they are using hydrocarbons for generating energy, which produce a lot of greenhouse gases. And for those of you who do not have information about the greenhouse gases, so know that the climate changes occurring around us are due to greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases consist of the gases that are released from our daily activities, and especially from the burning of fossil fuels, from the preparation and from the cooling of refrigeration and ACs. So these greenhouse gases mainly consist of carbon dioxide, which is almost 75% of the greenhouse gases. Then it consists of fluorine gas or fluorinated, which is also known as chlorofluorocarbon, which is almost 2%, and then nitrous gas, which contribute 6 to 7%, and then is the methane gas that contributes 17 to 18% in the greenhouse gases. And they have their lifetimes. They can stay for a very long time in the atmosphere. They do not disintegrate that easily. In these gases, fluorinated gases have the longest lifetime. So this was a bit introduction to the greenhouse gases. So greenhouse gases are generated from burning the fossil fuels and other activities for power generation or for powering vehicles and so on. And green energy mainly consists of hydro energy, which is produced by making dams on the big rivers in the steep areas, and then generating power from them, rotating the turbine and so on. They have a long mechanism which can be studied and understand very easily. And then the second form of green energy is generating energy from wind, which will be generated through these windmills. And then the third form is generating energy from the sunlight. So there are different techniques of green energy, and these techniques, along with the green hydrogen, will be used by the NEOM for facilitating its energy uses and for achieving sustainability, and for achieving green energy uses, and for reducing the generation of greenhouse gases in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is mostly using hydrocarbon fuels for generating their electricity. And let's come back to the windmill. So the terrain here is very suitable for the windmill. It is mountainous area and it is coastal area. So you all know that coastal area has always air in motion, which is called wind. So it receives a lot of inward wind than another location, than in the center of the land or the locked locations. So these coastal wind energy will be converted by these rotating turbine into the green energy. So let us explain a bit of the procedure of the wind turbine. You can see there is the tower part of the wind turbine. Wind turbine consists of different parts such as tower, and rotating wings or rotor. The rotating wind are assembled over the tower, and the tower has a good base, so it is a very stable structure. Once the wind blades start rotating, they have a long shaft, and the shaft has two parts. One is the slower moving, which is attached to the rotor, and then through the pulleys it is attached to another part of the fast moving rotor. So the slow moving rotor is attached with the blades, so the blade move the rotor, and then through the pulley this motion received from the slow rotor is converted to a very high revolution per minute, and these revolution per minute facilitate the production of electrical energy through the electromagnetic induction, because there is a copper coil attached at the further end of the shaft, and the shaft is rotating around that magnetic coil, and thus magnetic induction is produced, and this magnetic induction is converted into electrical energy, which can be stored into batteries or can be transmitted through the transmission line. The security has given us signal that we can go, the road is clear now, and we have passed the trucks on which part of the windmills are loaded. You can see the blade of the windmill is carried by a truck, and it is supported by the safety vehicles. And that was it about the windmills. Go green Saudi Arabia, go green NEOM, and green initiative is much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching the video.